Vlog 38, I'm back. Let's get into it. Hi guys, it's been a week since I had my last vlog and so much has happened and I want to share that with you because I feel like some of you are really beginning to follow my journey. I love the comments you guys have been leaving me or telling me to my face. It really warms my heart because like I said, when I started this, I was in such a bleak place after being diagnosed with breast cancer and then other, just catastrophic things happened with the death of my aunt and the death of my best friend. So I just really started to lose myself in the whole process. And I'm like, what is going on? But thankfully, a lot of you have reached out to me and let me know that this vlog has become a part of your lives. And I want to keep doing it for the handful of you, really and truly. Um, so shout out to the husband wife team. You know who you are, who told me that they start their day every morning with their coffee and listening to my vlogs. This vlog is for you. So it's been a week because I needed to really take some time to grieve the loss of my best friend. That really hit hard because I've had loss before in my life. A lot of important people have passed for me, but this was someone that I was actively in relation with. This is somebody that I talked to a few times a week, nearly every day. And we had our weekly calls on Sundays and we just had we were in each other's lives a lot. We traveled a lot over the past 4 years together. We always went to this event, this like a live streaming conference every year. So it was a big shock to me and I couldn't handle it really and truly. And I know you guys are like, well, you're a healer. You're supposed to handle this stuff. Truly, really and truly I am. And I do handle it for a lot of my clients. But when it came down to myself, I needed to take a break and that is what I did. I kind of took a break from streaming. I took a break from posting on social media and just being so open and honest and vulnerable and letting people know exactly what I felt because I just wanted that privacy to kind of make sense of it all. I'm happy to say I'm feeling better now because my friend since passing has made contact with me several times and I know that they're well. I know that they're thriving. And it's just good to know that our communication will maybe not be 1,000% the same, but it's there. And that's the beauty about being a medium is that we don't only get to serve those that we serve, but we also get some of the benefits ourselves with that spirit communication. So I'm very, very happy to know that I still have that connection to my friend, even though they're not here in human form. The biggest news that you guys want to know is that this Wednesday, I have my first surgery coming up. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I've been documenting my breast cancer journey. In January, I was diagnosed with breast cancer stage 2, and I have to have a couple of surgeries coming up. The first surgery that is happening is the most important surgery in my mind because this is the one where they remove the tumor. Also, they're going to do a breast reduction and a breast lift. And then we're going to take some time for my body to heal. And this is my choice. I say that because a lot of people have been asking me, why don't you go right into having a double mastectomy? I need some more time with that. And that is my honest truth. I still don't know if I want to have a double mastectomy. Now, you guys might be asking, why are you having a double mastectomy? That is because they did genetic blood testing on me and found out that the reason why I have cancer is because I have the BRCA2 gene, BRCA2. I call it BRCA2 gene, which says that you will more than likely develop cancer. So in an effort to be proactive, my doctors have recommended, not pushed on me, recommended that I have a double mastectomy to remove all breast tissue to avoid having cancer in the future. At the time of talking about it with my doctors, I was 100% on board. But I know that as I'm getting closer to surgery, I may not be as confident as I was. So the good news is once we get the tumor out, I can have more information because they're of course going to send the tumor to a pathologist to learn more about it. And maybe I can learn some more things and give me some more array of options. Because it was never my intent to have implants and it was never my intent to have a double mastectomy. But we will see. And that's the biggest thing I want to say to anybody who is going through any sort of health crisis. You don't have to know your end in sight right away. You get to make up your mind and your decisions along the way and really, really use that option. Okay. The good news is that many doctors support your decisions. So my doctors never forced me to do anything. They never told me this is what you need to do. They listen to me, they listen to my concerns, and they're working with me. So at this time, I'm comfortable to have the surgery to remove the tumor, get the breast lift, get the breast reduction, and then after that, take a few months to heal before deciding on my next steps. So Wednesday is my coming day. I have been terrified. I'm terrified of the surgery. I'm terrified of the pain. I'm terrified of what they're going to look like afterwards. I am terrified. And I'm being very honest with you guys. And it's been on my mind 24/7 outside of, the grief of losing my friend. So it's been a very trying week. And that's why I haven't really had the energy to stream or to post on my social media. I'll be very honest and say that I was in a bit of a depression. It was just very hard to find the energy to get out of bed and just smile and be happy and positive like I usually am. I just wasn't finding the positivity in life. But funny how life is, right? Because, God's going to take care of you. And let me tell you the ways he took care of me this week. One, like I told you, my friend from the other side started making communication with me, which really eased my heart. So that was a big blessing and allowed me to wrap up my healing and grieving. I still grieve from time to time, but really help me move through that in a better. Two, my other best friend sold her home and is in the process of moving to her new home, which is currently being built, but it's not ready yet. So she's going on kind of like a little US tour with her family. They're going to be visiting loved ones and staying at different loved ones' homes until their house is built. And I got the blessing of her coming and staying with me for a week, which was exactly what I needed. She came in and it was just, my house was full. Because another blessing was that one of my sons was home for spring break from college. And so I had my one son, I had her and her family, and my house was just full. I just have people everywhere. And it was exactly what I needed because I was so busy doing things and, having so much people in the house that I didn't have time to think about the fact that I have surgery on Wednesday, which is really good for an overthinker, right? Like just stay busy. My best friend and her family unfortunately leaves today, but that's okay because tonight I have the one son is going back to college, but the other son is coming in for his spring break. So look at God, right? I had literally 2 weeks with my sons because their spring breaks were so different. So one was here last week and the other one's going to be here this week. But the one who was here last week is also coming back on Wednesday because he's already explained to his teachers his mom's having surgery on Wednesday. And both my sons and my man are going to be here in the house with me to take care of me. Let's talk about the man, okay? The man requested off from work. So he is officially off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He will also be with me in the house. So I feel very blessed. I feel very blessed. I have a lot of people around me. I have a lot of you guys supporting me. And I am ready to go into the surgery. And I am, like I said, I'm terrified of the pain, but I am ready to go into this surgery. So my wrap up for today is this. It's okay to be open and vulnerable and transparent on social media, but it's also okay to know when you need a time out from it. Sometimes people feel that when you market yourself as this is me, an open and honest and vulnerable streamer, and I'm going to share my life on social media, sometimes people feel like you have to share everything. And that's not the truth. You can share as much of your life honestly and transparently as you can. And then you can decide for yourself that there's some things you just want to deal with in private. And if people can't understand that and understand that, okay, sometimes social media personalities need just a moment to gather themselves about their things, they don't understand how self-awareness works. My biggest strength is knowing where I start and where I end and knowing when I can do and when I cannot do. And that is self-awareness. And unfortunately, in this world, not a lot of people have that. And that's why you see so much craziness happening on social media. But I knew to myself, it didn't serve me to be online because some things are just not meant to share. So my message to you is, for those of you that are on social media, be on social media. But when you need to be alone, that's okay too. I love you guys, and thank you for being part of my journey.